Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Mike Thompson. Lisa Klein has the night off. The first big snowstorm of the season is headed our way, but before the snow starts to fall, it's a good idea to make sure your car can handle the roads. News Channel 8's Laura Reed joins us now live near downtown La Crosse with some good tips for us. Laura?
Well, Mike, we could see anywhere between 6 to 12 inches by the time this storm is all said and done. And emergency officials are actually asking people to avoid traveling if they can help it. But if you can't, there are some things you should do before hitting the road. The phones have been ringing and the service bays have been full at Dahl Automotive as people prepare for the first big snowstorm of the season.
Give your car a good overall check over. Check all your fluids, antifreeze, transmission, oil.
Dahl says you should also top off all of your fluids to help prevent any freezing. Make sure you have winter washer fluid and don't forget about your gas tank.
It's always a good idea to try to keep above a quarter tank of fuel in your car.
And as these mechanics make sure your car is ready, another group is making sure your kids can get to school. At First Student, drivers have almost 80 buses to get ready to handle the cold and snow.
We got to make sure we got our blended fuel in, our additives and stuff. Make sure all the buses that got the engine heaters are working.
The cold temperatures are hardest on the buses, but it's the heavy, wet snow that's difficult for drivers to maneuver through.
Drive with care, drive defensively, and watch out for the other driver.
Good advice whether you're driving a school bus or your own car once the snow starts to fall this winter. Now, it's also a good idea to have an emergency kit in your car, especially if you're heading out on a long road trip. We actually have an example for you here. This is kind of a pre-assembled bag that you could buy at any store. Inside of it, there's some rope, there's a flashlight in here, and most importantly, it comes with some jumper cables in case you'd need to jump start your battery. Another good idea to have in the back of your car would be a first aid kit. And we've also got a blanket back here, boots, anything like that that would help keep you warm just in case something would happen. Because, you know, you never know what to expect with winter in Wisconsin there, Mike.
You don't. All right. Thanks very much, Laura, for those good tips. Now, if you do have to travel during the storm, make sure you get updated road conditions before heading out. In both Wisconsin and Minnesota, you can call 511. In Wisconsin, log on to 511wi.gov. And in Minnesota, log on to 511mn.org.